Europe lay in ruins. The Great War, as it was known then, had left an indelible mark on the continent. Cities were reduced to rubble, and the landscape was scarred by the relentless artillery fire and trench warfare that had defined the conflict. World War I had just ended, leaving scars across the continent. The war had claimed millions of lives and left countless others wounded, both physically and emotionally. The aftermath was a period of mourning and rebuilding, as nations tried to piece together what was left of their former glory. Nowhere was this more evident than in Poland. The country had been a battleground for much of the war, and its cities and towns bore the brunt of the destruction. The people of Poland faced the daunting task of rebuilding their lives from the ashes. Reborn after over a century of foreign rule, the nation now faced a new threat: the Bolshevik Red Army. Poland had only recently regained its independence, and the joy of freedom was quickly overshadowed by the looming danger from the east. The Bolsheviks, fresh from their own revolution, were eager to spread their ideology across Europe. Hungry for revolution, they marched westward, determined to spread their ideology by force. The Red Army was a formidable force, and their advance seemed unstoppable. They believed that by conquering Poland, they could ignite a wave of communist revolutions across Europe. In their path stood Poland, a nation yearning for peace, but ready to fight for its newfound freedom. The Polish people, despite their war-weary state, were determined to defend their homeland. They knew that the survival of their nation depended on their ability to repel the Soviet onslaught. Few figures embody Poland's struggle more than Wanda Gertz. A young woman of remarkable courage and determination, Wanda's story is one of extraordinary bravery. She was not content to stand by and watch as her country was threatened. She took up arms and joined the fight. A name whispered in hushed tones, a story shrouded in wartime secrecy. Wanda's actions were not widely known at the time, but those who did know spoke of her with reverence. She operated in the shadows, her true identity concealed as she carried out her missions. Her story is not just one of battlefield valor, but of defying expectations and reshaping a nation's destiny. Wanda challenged the traditional roles assigned to women, proving that courage and patriotism know no gender. Her legacy is a testament to the power of individual action in the face of overwhelming odds. This is the tale of the teenage girl who, disguised as a man, helped save her homeland from the Soviet onslaught. Wanda Gertz's story is one of ingenuity, bravery, and an unyielding love for her country. Her actions during this critical period in history helped shape the future of Poland and left an indelible mark on the nation's collective memory. Wanda Gertz was no stranger to hardship. From a young age, she faced the challenges of growing up in a country that was not free. Born in 1896, she grew up amidst the simmering tensions of a Poland divided under foreign rule. The country was partitioned by Russia, Prussia, and Austria, and the Polish people were yearning for freedom. But with the outbreak of World War I, life as she knew it was shattered. The war brought devastation and uncertainty, changing the lives of millions, including young Wanda. Her father, a military officer, was sent to the front, leaving Wanda and her mother to navigate the uncertainties of war-torn Warsaw. The absence of her father meant that Wanda had to grow up quickly, taking on responsibilities beyond her years. Yet, amidst the chaos, a fire burned within Wanda. She was determined to make a difference, to fight for her country's freedom, and to stand up against the oppression that had plagued her homeland for so long. It was a fire fueled by patriotism, a yearning to protect her homeland. Wanda's spirit was unbreakable, and she was ready to take on any challenge that came her way. When Poland finally regained its independence in 1918, her heart soared with hope. The streets of Warsaw were filled with joy and celebration, and for a moment, it seemed like the struggles were over. But this hope was short-lived. The newfound freedom was fragile, and the country faced numerous challenges in establishing a stable government and economy. The Red Army was advancing, and Poland, still finding its footing, seemed ill-prepared for another war. The threat of invasion loomed large, and the people of Poland once again had to brace themselves for conflict. In the summer of 1920, with the Red Army nearing Warsaw, the city was gripped with fear and uncertainty. The streets buzzed with anxious whispers, and the air was thick with the tension of impending conflict. Amidst this chaos, a young woman named Wanda took a drastic step. Driven by an unwavering sense of duty and patriotism, she felt compelled to act. The thought of standing idly by while her country was under threat was unbearable to her. Wanda decided to enlist in the Polish army. However, there was a significant obstacle: women were not allowed to fight. The military was a male-dominated institution, and the idea of a woman on the front lines was unthinkable at the time. But Wanda was undeterred. She devised a daring plan. She would become Kazimierz Zuchowicz. Cutting her hair short and donning men's clothing, Wanda transformed herself into a young recruit. The transformation was not just physical. She had to adopt a new identity entirely. Her slight frame and youthful features helped her maintain the charade. She practiced walking and talking like a man, ensuring that no one would suspect her true identity. Every detail had to be perfect. With a forged identity and a heart full of courage, Wanda was ready. She joined the Polish army, blending in with the other recruits. The forged documents were convincing, and her determination was unwavering. As Kazimierz Zuchowicz, she marched alongside her fellow soldiers, ready to face the enemy head-on. Her bravery and resolve were a testament to her love for her country and her willingness to sacrifice everything for its freedom.